بسم الله والحمد لله الصلاة والسلام على رسول الله وعلى آله وأصحابه ومن تمسك بسنته بإحسان إلى يوم الدين. أما بعد, after praising Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and sending the salutations upon the Messenger alayhi salatu wassalam, and upon his family, his companions, and upon all those who follow, upon his guidance, and to the establishment of the last day. To proceed, ikhwan, فاللهم علمنا ما ينفعنا وانفعنا بما علمتنا وربنا زدنا علما والحمد لله رب العالمين. Oh Allah, we ask that you teach us that which will benefit us, and that you benefit us with that which you have taught us, and that you increase all of us upon knowledge, and all the praise belong to Allah, the Lord of all the worlds. طيب فنواصل معكم في هذه الليلة المباركة الكريمة عونا من الرحمن الرحيم. So we continue in this blessed and noble night of ours, seeking the aid and the assistance of our Lord, the most merciful and the most compassionate. مستفيدين متعلمين من اللغة العربية, as we continue to learn and educate ourselves, reading from the science of the Arabic language. فمن يذكرنا بكلمة أو بفائدة تعلمناها قبله. So who can give us a benefit or a word that we had the honor to learn previously? فبعض الإخوة. طيب تفضل. The word الصفة. The word الصفة. فما هي الصفة? What's the meaning of the word الصفة? من يعلم? Who remembers the word? The word that is being described. That's the صفة?
No, that's the word that's described.
ما هي الصفة? So what's the meaning of the word الصفة? The noun that is describing or being described. The noun that is describing. طيب فكنا متكلمين عن كلمتين اثنتين مباركتين. So we were talking about two blessed words. الموصوف والصفة. الموصوف والصفة. The موصوف and the صفة. طيب. The موصوف and the صفة. فما هي الموصوف وما هي الصفة? So what's the meaning of the موصوف and what's the meaning of the صفة? أحسنت. هذا الموصوف. The first word we learn is the موصوف, the word that is being described. الموصوف. 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 The موصوف is, Sheikh Abdul Wali? The word that is being described. فعندنا كلمتان. So now we have two words. إحداهما توصف والثاني تصف. Two words. One of the words is being described, while the second word is ماذا is describing. طيب فنقول مثلا البنت المسلمة. البنت المسلمة. Who can translate? The Muslim girl. That's English or Arabic? Who can translate to English? The Muslim girl. That's English or Arabic? The girl's beautiful. سافرت. Our Sheikh traveled. البنت المسلمة. Who can say it in English? Sama. The Muslim believing girl. Close. Good answer. The girl is a Muslim. Close. Zayd, صح? The girl is a Muslimah. طيب, that's English and Arabic. A Muslim girl. Alif wa lam. Something the. Abdullah. The Muslim girl is English and Arabic. Muslim is English word or Arabic? Is Muslim an English word or Arabic? Arabic. So when y'all translate and you say Muslim, that's Arabic, ya ikhwan. طيب, the believing girl close. طيب. In English, how would you translate Muslim in English? The one who submits. Submitter, the one who submits. طيب. البنت المسلمة. طيب. So Samad said the closest, the believer, close. Muslim doesn't mean believer, no, but that's close. He said it in English. So the submitting or the girl who submits, the girl that submits, for example, in English, Muslim means the one who submits to Allah Ta'ala. The word Muslim is Arabic, ya ikhwan. Remember. طيب, المهم, at any rate, al-bintu mawsuf aw sifa. Is the word al-bint being described or is she doing the describing? She's being described. So al-bint is the mawsuf. Al-mawsuf, the word that is being described. طيب. Al-muslimatu, describing or being described? Describing, sifa. That's it. One is being described, one is describing. That's all you have to remember, ya ikhwan. One is being described, one is describing. وبعض الإخوة يسألوننا عن كلمة road. Some of the brothers earlier were asking about the word road. كان عندنا هذه الكلمة. We had this word twice. We had the word twice. One of the words is شارع. Another word was طريق. We had the word شارع and we had the word طريق. طريق is on the page. Is on page 28. In the middle of the page, طريق. The word طريق. So they can be used the same and they can be used differently. شارع is a street. شارع is also the legislator. طريق can be used as a street. It can be used as a street and it's also a path or a road. شارع can also be used as a path or a road. So they can be the same and they can be slightly different. شارع is a street almost all the time. طريق is a road or a path or a way. And it can also be used as a street. طيب. أين وصلنا? Where did we leave off, يا إخوان? What page number? Chapter 4, exercise 4. 33. طيب, 33 at the top. We finished the homework, huh? طيب. Everyone did their homework? We were supposed to do from 15 to 20? We completed that, صح؟ كملنا هذا. طيب. طيب, انظروا إلى صفحة 33. Page number 33. 33. Page number 33. من يقرأ بصوت عال? Who can read with a loud voice? Page 33. Loud voice.
Sound combination occurs after the final vowel in all three cases where required. Cases are wafa, maytu, this, John.
Good. Continue.
Example for document.
No.
Read examples of
No.
a baitin in a house. The baitin, the house, in the house.
Good.
Note that in the accusative, the letter alif is added to the indefinite noun, but this does not lengthen the fact.
Good.
It is merely convention of spelling.
طيب يكفي. طيب أحسنت يا شيخ. انظروا هنا يا إخوان إلى هذه الكلمات الثلاثة. Look at these three words. البيت, البيتا, البيتي. Page number 33 at the top. البيت, البيتا, البيتي. طيب نفس الكلمة, same word. غيرنا آخرها. We only change the ending. We only change the ending. البيت, البيتا, البيتي. طيب الأسماء دائما تكون مرفوعا. The nouns originally are always going to end مرفوع. What does مرفوع mean? مرفوع only means the word ends in a dhamma or what takes the place of dhamma. فربما هذا الدرس يكون أصعب مما سبق. Perhaps this one chapter is going to be the most difficult chapter we did so far. Page 33. Now, if you don't come back Saturday and Sunday, Elijah doesn't come back, Sheikh Al-Aziz doesn't come back, we know why. Chapter 33 or page 33 is difficult. Sheikh coming back, alhamdulillah. طيب انظروا هنا يا اخوان. الأصل أن ينتهي الاسم رفعا. The origin regarding nouns is that the nouns end with a dhamma. Memorize that. That's the origin. فنقول محمد. So we say, for example, محمد. That's the origin. فنقول علي. That's the origin. علي ضمة. We say عائشة ضمة. That's the origin. عائشة. All the nouns originally end in dhamma. That's a principle, ya akhwan. Memorize that. الأصل في الأسماء الرفع. The origin regarding nouns is that they end in the nominative case. Example letter A. نقول مسجد. 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 ما هو المهم? What's the shahid? What's the point, ya ikhwan, in all of these examples? Abdul Malik, nouns end in dhamma. That's it. That's the origin. The origin of a Muslim is that what does he do? He prays. That's the origin. طيب, the origin of a Muslim is أن يوحد Allah, that he worships Allah and Allah alone. That's his asl. That's his origin. The origin regarding nouns, الرفع, is that they end in dhamma. فيجعل شيئا ليغير هذه الضمة إما إلى الفتحة أو إما إلى الكسرة. So something has to happen to this dhamma in order to change it to a fatha. Anytime you see a dhamma outside of its origin, now we have al-masjida. Write this down, ikhwan. Al-masjida. Al-masjida. Focus on the fatha. Al-masjida. Something had to do what? Something happened before the word to change the dhamma ila al-fatha. Memorize the origin of nouns is marfu'. We'll learn that word inshallah. Dhamma, or what takes the place of dhamma. Don't worry about what does it now. It's going to come. Not a kasra. Memorize the point. The origin of nouns is they end in dhamma, or what takes the place of dhamma. Don't worry about what takes the place of it now. We're going to get there step by step. Not a kasra. Don't jump automatic. Step by step. Dhammatan is there. Sometimes something is going to take that place. We didn't learn what it is yet. That's not important right now. It's going to come step by step. What's the principle? All nouns end in and or Allahu Akbar. All I want you to memorize. The sentence has two parts. Write this down, ikhwan. Nouns, the origin of nouns is that they end in dhamma. Write it down in English first. Let's write in English first so we can understand it. The origin. The origin. What are we talking about? Verbs, nouns, or huruf? Nouns. Ahsant. The origin of nouns is, write this word down, ikhwan, rafi'. Rafi'. The origin of nouns is rafi'. We're going to get to rafi' in a second, inshallah. The origin of nouns is rafi'. So the first word we're going to focus on is rafi'. Let's write it in English first so everyone understands. We're going to lose somebody. Inshallah, we don't lose no one. Inshallah. Fourth F is the origin of the sunnah, inshallah. All of you are intelligent. All of you are, alhamdulillah. Anyone doesn't understand? Man la yafham. Who doesn't understand? Man safara. Who traveled? Who's on the app? Who's shopping? Who's not with us right now? Everyone is with us. No definition yet. Principle. Principle. No, point by point. It's right there first. Say it again.
You said two.
Say what you just said again.
I wrote down the first time, the origin of nouns, and then don't.
Okay, now say the second part.
This is the origin of nouns is ora.
You just said it in Arabic and English. That's all.
Okay.
So write this, say the second one, highlight your second sentence.
Okay.
Circle that one.
Okay, no problem.
The origin of nouns is rafi'. What's our key word here? Rafi'. That's it. What is rafi'? Next point. You guys with me? Step by step. If you're going too fast, that's okay. Step by step. The origin of nouns is what? That's it. Man la yafham. Who doesn't understand? Samad is with us or travel? Elijah, Safara? Elijah travel? We're missing someone here. No, not definition yet. No definitions yet. No definitions yet, ya ikhwan. Not yet. Principle. If you memorize this, you guys laugh when I say this, but if you memorize this, you're going to be a scholar in Arabic. It's a principle. You're on your way. The first khutwa, the first step. When the person becomes Muslim, what do they say do? Take a ghusl. Obligatory, recommended. Recommended. Tremendous. Go wash up. Bismillah. First step. He's about to get in his car. First step. That's his principle. In Arabic. In grammar. Some of you ask about grammar. Step number one. Al-asma'u al-asl fil asma' al-rafi'. The origins regarding nouns is rafi'. You guys with me? Now it's going to get tricky. What is rafi'? Accent. Trick question, ya ikhwan. For F, you guys rush sometimes. The Imam asks a question, everyone, hey, ya Sheikh. And then he calls on you. You're not even close. You guys are close. Alhamdulillah. What's the principle? Elijah, what's the principle we just learned? The origin of what? The origin of nouns is Allahu Akbar. That's it. Step by step. That's a principle. Try not to forget that. Allahu Akbar. The origin of a Muslim is that he what? He prays. Who's not with me? If you're not with me, it's going to be hard. Now let's write in Arabic. Because we're studying Arabic. That was just so we can understand what we were about to learn. Now let's learn it. Al-aslu fil asma. Write this down, ya ikhwan. Now, this is what I want you to learn for Arabic or for homework. Not that translation. That's a translation. Write this down. Al-aslu. This is the tricky part, ya ikhwan. Al-aslu. The origin. في الأسماء الرفع عين, or you can say الرفع if it's easier. Sometimes it's hard to stop on an ayn. الرفع الأصل في الأسماء الرفع. I want you to write this sentence down in Arabic. Elijah. This one here? Fa. Yeah. Oh. Ahsanti. As our sister said, fa and a ya. Fa and a ya. Fi. Al-aslu fi. Transcription, you're going to write al-aslu. طيب. Al-aslu fi al-asma. Only if you haven't learned your letters. If you learned your letters, don't write this. Al-aslu fi al-asma al-rafi'. Rafi'. Only if you have not yet learned your letters. If you learned your letters, write this one. Al-aslu. Asl. So, sad. Al-aslu. So this is the homework. I want you to write this 10 times. You have almost a week to do so. 3 days. تفضل. Al-asma'i. Asma is the plural. The word ism is the singular. Al-asma is the plural. The word the Sheikh is asking about the word ism and asma. Ism is one noun. Asma, 3 or more. So the origin of all the nouns is rafi'. We still didn't learn rafi' yet. You guys with me? What did we learn? What did we learn? A new hadith, a new ayat or principle in Arabic. We learned the principle. What's the principle? Rafi'. That's it. Who doesn't understand? Al-aslu. Sad. Sad. No meme. Sad. Al-aslu. Meta yafham. Our sisters, they travel. They're on their Facebook. The brothers, they're on the YouTube. Who doesn't understand? You want to join? Bismillah. Come join ya akhi. Don't sit to the side. Come together. Somebody make space for our beloved brother. What's your name, man? Zaire. MashaAllah. May Allah bless you. Somebody make space. You can sit. Yeah, sit right here next to the sheikh. And you could bring a chair to write with. For homework, we're going to write it 10 times. What's the principle? Somebody give our new brother something to write with, ya ikhwan, and a piece of paper. Al-aslu fil asma'i al-rafi'. The origin regarding what word? Verbs? Nouns. Ahsanti. Asma, ismun, jayyid. Is rafi'. Now, الآن ما هو الرفع? What is rafi'? So we learned the principle. The origin in nouns is rafi'. Al-aslu fil asma' al-rafi'. I want you to memorize that to the best of your ability. You can't say it in Arabic, no problem. Al-aslu fi al-asma' al-rafi'. 5 words. If you can't say it in Arabic, no problem. The origin regarding nouns or in nouns is ar-rafi'. We didn't say that word yet. I want you to memorize that word. Ar-rafi', ar-rafi'. When you come up from the ruku', what do you do? What do you do? Rafi'. This is in the salah. When the sister's here, Subhanahu Rabbil Azim, the brother's here, and then he says, Sami al, as he's coming up, he's doing Rafi'. At the start of the salah, what's your first action? First action is takbir. What is takbir? What is it? Statement or action? Statement or action? Statement. Accent. Takbir is when you say Allahu Akbar. You guys with me? Takbir is a statement or action? Statement or action? Statement. What are you saying, Abdullah? When you say takbir, what are you about to say? That's it. Takbir means the statement Allahu Akbar. Right. What's the first action you do in the salah? Hey, you raise what? That action is called ar-rafi'. Right. Raising the hands? Or it depends on what? Who studies the salah class? On what days y'all got that, Ikhwan? On Sundays. Raising the hands. Is each raising the hands the same? The answer is no. You guys with me? Same action, but it's not the same action. It looks like it's the same action. When you first come into salah, that Allahu Akbar is not like any other Allahu Akbar that enters you to the salah. When you first raise your hands, this raising is not like any other reason. Right? This one is obligatory. No scholar differs there. The other ones, they differ on. Some scholars say obligatory, some say a sunnah. Some say they all are obligatory. That first Allahu Akbar, no scholar argues. That first raising the hands, Allahu Akbar, all of the ulama say wajib, obligatory. طيب. In Arabic, that same word is there. Rafi' has a different meaning though. Same word, different meaning. طيب. Who doesn't understand? What are we talking about? Yusuf. What are we talking about? What principle did we just learn? Allahu Akbar. That's it. That's it. The origin of, Fadha. Ali, you want to say something? طيب, if you complete the sentence, ar-raf'u, raf'u. If you stop on an ayn, sometimes that's hard to do. To stop on an ayn. Rafi', rafi', it's hard to do. So you say the whole thing. Raf'u, raf'u, raf'u. No problem. Tawda.
You want us to write the statement 10 times and or rafi'?
No. This is only for the students who have not yet learned.
No. I'm talking about the word, it's the last word, rafi' itself. 10 times.
It's going to be, we didn't mention that yet, but we're going to do that, inshallah. You could put that, you could circle that. Okay. Every new word in Arabic, to the best of our abilities, I want you to write it, add it to your vocab. Right? Even if I say, write this word, sometimes I may forget. I may not have the honor to say, write this word, ya ikhwan. If it's new to you, write it. Every word is new to us. Alhamdulillah. Remember, your first 2 years of Arabic, the concentration is on what? Not the grammar points. This is next year's Arabic. This is not right now. This is not important right now. It's important, but it's not as important. What's more important is the words. If you don't get the principle right now, the brother leaves out, he says, man, I don't know what they're talking about in there. Okay, no problem. Memorize the words. Later on, after he memorizes the words, he's going to say, Samad, I got it now. I got it. Alhamdulillah. طيب. Now, ما هو الرفع? What is رفع? طيب, what is رفع? In English, nominative. If you don't know English, I don't know English that well, ya ikhwan, you don't know what in the world nominative means. I learned that when I started studying Arabic. Alhamdulillah. طيب, my English is not the best. If you want to learn the word, a fancy word, it's on your page. Nominative. We're going to explain what does that mean. That's a fancy word. No problem. طيب, that's the first part. طيب, it has two parts. The رفع is آخر كلمة رفعا أو ما ناب عنها. The رفع is when the word ends in ضم or has two parts. What takes the place of ضم? Right? We don't know yet, but we're going to learn inshallah. Two parts. The word that ends in a dhamma, or the ending of the word in a dhamma, or what takes the place of dhamma. Right, two parts. So al-rafi' is, as in the book on 33, you have an example there. So al-rafi' wal-rafi'u is the ending of the word in dhamma, or what takes the place of dhamma. Now, dhamm and dhammatain is almost the same. Dhammatan just means two dhamma. Right? The akhirul kalima, the ending of the word, akhirul kalima dhamma. Akhiru al-kalimatu, أو آخر الكلمة مضاف إليه الضمة, when the word ends in dhamma. آخر الكلمة الضمة. Two parts. Or أو what takes the place of dhamma. أو ما طيب آخر كلمة الضمة أو ما ناب عنها أو ما ناب عنها. Looks like a lot. Just one sentence, two-part sentence. طيب, I'll say it, you say it. Everyone look here for a moment, ya ikhwan, to make sure we understand what we're memorizing. طيب, al-rafi'. Now we're talking about the word al-rafi'. Al-rafi'. What is rafi'? I'll say it, you say it. آخر الكلمة. آخر الكلمة. Now we're going to put them together. MashaAllah. آخر الكلمة الضمة. آخر الكلمة الضمة. This is the first part. Almost done. The ending of the word in dhamma. That's it. Second part. أو ما ناب عنها. ما ناب عنها. That's it. What did we say? The ending of the word in dhamma. Or, it's not always going to be dhamma. What can take the place of dhamma? Right? Some things can take the place of dhamma. We're going to learn them later. Right now, أريدنا أن نركز على الضمة. I want you to focus on the dhamma. The ending of the word in dhamma. Or what takes the place of dhamma. Who doesn't understand? Write this down, ikhwan. Second part of homework. Now we have the principle. What's the principle without looking? Allahu Akbar. Let's say it one more time. Like not dhamma, what was our word? Rafi'. Don't learn, ya ikhwan. The origin of nouns is dhamma. No, don't learn that. That's not the principle. The origin of nouns is rafi', not dhamma. Dhamma is the sign. طيب. The word ending in dhamma, the name of that case is rafi'. طيب. What is rafi'? That's it. The ending of the word in dhamma, or what takes the place of dhamma. طيب. Look at the word يا إخوان. البيت. All of you have this? عندكم هذا? Our sister can take a close up, inshallah. Come right on the back يا إخوان. لا لا. طيب. 2 points. الأصل في الأسماء الرفع. The origin regarding nouns is الرفع or الرفع. You say with all the vowels. الرفع. You stop. رفع. طيب. The origin of nouns is رفع. In English, nominative. No problem. What is nominative? What is رفع? آخر الكلمة ضمة أو ما ناب عنها. The ending of the word having dhamma, or what takes the place of dhamma. The ending of the word having dhamma, or what takes the place of dhamma. Fine, we'll make it easier, inshallah. Fine, let's make it easier, ikhwan. Easier, inshallah. كلكم هذا? Everyone have this? Write the word al-baytu on your page. Al-baytu. 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 Write that word down, ikhwan. Write this word. Al-baytu. طيب. Write this word. Al-qalamu. Al-qalamu. Write this word. As-sa'atu. Al-baytu. Al-qalamu. As-sa'atu. طيب. كلها تنتهي بالضمة. All of them in, what's the voweling at the end? ضمة. البيت. القلم. الساعة. All of them in ضمة. The fact that they end in dhamma is called al-rafi'. That case, there are 3 cases, 3 hal, 3 conditions of a word. The word ending in dhamma is called al-rafi'. The case that this word ends in dhamma is called al-rafi'. The case is called al-rafi'. The case, 3 cases. We're on page 33. First case, rafi'. We make it to this, let's see what Allah allows. So the fact that the word ends in dhamma is rafi'. What's rafi'? What did we learn? What's the meaning of rafi'? Hey, the ending of the word has to be the ending. Akhirul kalima, the ending. Pay attention there. Akhirul kalima, the ending. Sa'atu, al-qalamu, al-baytu. Not the beginning, not the middle. لا يهمنا البداية، لا يهمنا الوسط. لا. الذي يهمنا الآخرها. The beginning is not important. The middle we're not talking about. What's important is the ending. Right? The ending of the word having dhamma. You guys with me? Or what takes place what takes the place of dhamma? We didn't get to that last part yet. I want you to understand this part yet. The most tricky part of tonight, but you have to have that. If you don't have that, you're really going to be lost. You're going to go pray 2 rak'ah. I don't know what this guy talking about. Man, Imam al-Bukhari, before he put a single hadith in his Sahih, what did he do? He would pray 2 rak'ah. This one? As-sa'atu. One of our words. As-sa'atu. Watch. Can also be Abdul Malik. Time. Can also be hour. Can also be clock. And we learned one more or 2 more. Right now. And the last one could be sa'a could be al-an. It can also be not later, ya ikhwan. Sa'a. In the hadith of Jibril, the man came and asked the Messenger of Allah, Mata sa'a? When is the sa'a? What time is it, O Messenger of Allah? No. Yawm al-Qiyamah. So sa'a can also be Yawm al-Qiyamah. It can be a watch. It can be a clock. It can be a time. It can be an hour. It can be right now. What time is the class? As-sa'a. Right now. Sa'a can also be Yawm al-Qiyamah. The trickiest part of tonight, the word that ends in the dhamma is called, our second word of today. Our first word is rafi' for homework. The second word of tonight is the word that ends in the rafi' case. You guys with me? Her name is al-marfu'. 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 So the ending of the word in dhamma is rafi'. The word that ends in dhamma is called marfu'. The case, you go to the hammam and you make wudu. That water you use to make the wudu is called al-wudu. Al-wudu is an action. Al-wudu is some fiqh. Al-wudu fi'l is the action. Al-wudu is the water you use to make wudu. You guys with me? In Arabic. You at someone's house, you're talking to your wife, you say, hey, hati wudu'an lil wudu. Give me some water so I can make wudu from. That water you use to make wudu is called wudu. So the case that the word ends in dhamma is called rafi'. The word that ends in dhamma is called marfu'. So the case, you say, what case is that? Rafi'. The word that ends in a dhamma, marfu'. If you don't get none of that, ya ikhwan, it's just a fancy way to say the word ends in dhamma or what takes the place of dhamma. The case of that is rafi'. The word that ends in that dhamma is called Allahu Akbar. So now let's go back to our words. Al-baytu. Say I want to talk about the case. The case is called rafi'. The word that ends in that case, mashallah, our sister has it. The case and the word of that case. All right. Who's ready for some more? Marfu' ayn. Marfu' ayn. Marfu' al. Remember, if you don't get this right now, ya ikhwan, it's not as important as it sounds right now. Al-marfu' ayn. Fu'. We don't have that sound, ya ikhwan. Al-marfu'. Marfu'. Who doesn't understand? One case, the word of that case. Right? the place the Muslims pray in is called Masjid or Musalla. The action that the Muslims do in that Musalla is Salah. One is a place, one is an action. One is a case, one is the word that's in that case. You guys with me? MashaAllah, you said that good. Tayyib. You guys ready for the next part? If you understand that, we're going to do that 3 times. Same exact thing. If you understand that, you got it. Now we're going to do that 2 more times. You guys with me? Everyone. It's okay, Ikhwan. If you don't get it, we're going to get it again. You on 33. Who has any questions? Our sister? Our sister, student of grammar. Fadda, Yusuf.
Make a word that ends with the
Dhamma.
Yeah, we're gonna make the word ending with
Dhamma.
yeah, we're gonna make a dhamma ending in tomorrow.
Good.
Can you make an example? I can't see.
طيب لا بأس. Who else has another question, Ikhwan? Questions benefit the group. Don't be shy to ask your questions. Only questions we don't like or we won't accept are questions that don't have no benefit. If you have a benefit, even if it's not connected to Arabic, we would prefer Arabic questions because we're studying Arabic. Let's say you have a question and it's beneficial. You can ask it. If you feel it's not beneficial, then we ask you not to ask it. If someone can benefit from it, or you believe someone can benefit from it, Bismillah, ask away. If you think no one's going to benefit, then keep it to yourself. We can talk about it later. Tayyib. So we're going to do the same thing again, 2 more times. Let's give Yusuf another example. Tayyib. Salla al-Muslimu fil masjidi. Who could translate? One at a time. The Muslim did what in the masjid? The Muslim prays or prayed. Where did he pray at? In the masjid, that's Arabic. And the mosque. The Muslim prayed. Salah means to pray. We'll get there. Salla al-Muslimu fil masjidi. The Muslim prayed. In Arabic, the verb comes first. Not in English. In Arabic, the verb comes first. The Muslim prayed. Where did he pray? Fil masjid, in the mosque, in the house of Allah. Tayyib. Look at the ending of the word Muslim. Al-Muslimu. The case that this word is in is called rafi'. What's the rafi'? آخر كلمة ضمة أو ما أناب عنها. The ending of the word having dhamma. That's it. So the word that have a dhamma is called, that case, it's called rafi'. Now the word that ends in dhamma, not the case, the word is called al-marfu'. 2 different things. Al-marfu', the case, and the word that ends in that case, or the word that is in that case. The case is called rafi'. What does rafi' mean? The ending of the word having dhamma, or what takes the place of dhamma. The word that ends in dhamma is called al-marfu'. That's it. So Yusuf, all I want you to do is 2 things. The case and the word of that case. The case, rafi'. The word that dhamma is on, the last ending of that word is a dhamma, marfu'. That's it. It's both. Rafi' is Arabic, dhamma is English. Tayyib. Part 2. All of that was part 1. So maybe we'll do 1 and 2 today. And not 1, 2, and 3. Let's do 1 and 2. Make it easy. Tayyib. Somebody like he traveled. Let's bring somebody back, yeah, Juan. Let's bring our boy back, our brother back from the ad. What's the name of your ad up here? Thomas, what's your ad? I'm learning the streets. Clinton ad. Somebody's on Clinton. Come back, yeah, bismillah. طيب. Next word. Salah. Now watch how it changes. Al-Muslimu. Al-Fajr. Pay attention to Fajr. Fil Masjidi. Pay attention to Fajr. Everything else is not important. Pay attention to Fajr. Salah al-Muslimu. We did Muslim already. Al-Fajr. Pay attention to Fajr. Fi al-Masjidi. Who can translate? The Muslim pray, the morning prayer, the dawn prayer in the mosque. طيب al-Fajr, Dhamma, Fatha or Kasra? Fatha. Now we're on the second part. So this case has a name also. The word ending in Dhamma has a name. Rafi', or that case. Rafi'. The case of a Fatha, that's the second part of today. It's on your book. We're in 33. It's called Nasb. 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 So the case, not the word. We didn't get to the word yet. Let's do the case first. The case of Fatha. The case is An-Nasbu. 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 This is the case. An-Nasbu. Or An-Nasb. If we stop. An-Nasb. We're on page 33. In the middle. Subject. No, don't pick subject. Pick case or pick case. That's fine. Not subject. طيب. Al-Fajr, that case that the word ends in Fatha, An-Nasb. First case, Al-Rafi'. Second case, An-Nasbu. If you understand Rafi', Nasb is the same, just change Dhamma to Fatha. If you understand Rafi', you're focusing on Dhamma. And what takes the place of Dhamma? We didn't get to that part yet. Take the word Dhamma out, replace it with Fatha, that's the Nasb. The ending of the word in Fatha. That case is called An-Nasb. That's it. The noun is only going to be three cases. Nas, Rafi', ending in Dhamma, Nas, ending in Fatha, Jar, ending in Kasra. You're done with nouns. If you understand them. You don't have to use my explanation. That's okay. If you understand the term, the college, the collegiate, the Shakespearean English, it's better than my English. If you want to say nominative, if you understand what that means, I don't understand what that means. I didn't learn that. If you know what nominative means, alhamdulillah. The Sheikh comes and says, no, that's called genitive. To me, I need you to break that down. I went to school in Pennsylvania. I didn't learn that. My school wasn't the best. Genitive, what does that mean, Sheikh? And the teacher's going to come, hey, genitive means kasra. Alhamdulillah. Accusative means, the fancy word for this is accusative. I don't know what that means, ikhwan. I learned that studying Arabic. What is accusative? Fatha. Just say that then, ya akhi, bismillah. Dhamma, Rafi', nominative. If you want to use the fancy word, you can do that. So the Rafi' for a Sheikh, the fancy term, nominative. I think we mentioned that. And the Nas, fancy word, accusative. Most of us don't know what that means. So I like to make it easy and break that down. Fadl ya Abdullah, your question.
only for the alif wa lam that is carrying just the fatha
Alif wa lam, say it again.
on the nas. On the nas.
Under it?
No, on the nas book.
Ah.
Fajara.
Mm.
It just carries the fatha on when you only have alif wa lam, or does it have any?
طيب, good question. Our brother's asking, is this only because it has alif wa lam, or is it only on the words that have alif wa lam? Answer is no. Same example. Let's take it away. Now, he didn't pray the morning prayer. Let's make it general. He prayed a morning prayer. Right? Same sentence. صلى مسلم فجرا. فجرا. To the end. في المسجد. Same point. Fatha, fatha. This one has a tanween because there's no alif wa lam. Same case. What's the case? It ends in fatha. That's called nasb. Nasb. In English, accusative. For our Sheikh. Sheikh is high level English. طيب. Let's make it even easier. Let's make it even easier. Let's go back to middle school Arabic. طيب. My level. طيب. Most of our scholars in Arabic were children, ya ikhwan. I'm not ashamed to say that. I gave you the hadith when I first met you about the son of my sheikh. Alhamdulillah. طيب. We had another little Yemeni teacher from the children, strong in grammar, maybe 11 or 12. You give him any verse in the Quran. Oh, هذا مبتدأ والخبر. هذا حرف الجر. الله أكبر. 11 years old. You give him a hadith. إنما الأعمال بالنيات. إنما حرف حصر. الأعمال مبتدأ. بالنيات. ب حرف جر. النية حرف اسم مجرور. 11. He's my best friend. Alhamdulillah. 11 years old. Wherever he's going, I'm going. Something he's doing right. Alhamdulillah. Father Sheikh. Fatha. Good. And then we're all nouns. No, you can say that. All nouns or verb. You can say that. That end in fatha. طيب. المسجد مسجد. طيب. المسجد. Look how the word changes. Al-masjidah. We're going to change the case of the word, the ending of the word. Take the alif wa lam away, no problem. Masjidan, same thing. Same case. Last one, al-masjidi. We didn't get here yet. If you understand the first two, we'll go on to the third one. Al-masjidi. Take the alif wa lam away, masjidin. All we're doing, ya ikhwan, is changing the ending of the word. That's it. Sama. Of the words. طيب. No problem. The word that ends in dhamma, we did that one first. Al-rafi'. The dhamma is rafi'. Or nominative, if you wish. In our easier way, not the Sheikh's collegiate English, the easier way, the word or the case of the ending of the word having dhamma. Fadal? I didn't write a sentence, ya ikhwan. These are words, no sentences. I think you guys are confusing, ya ikhwan. Let's go back to Samad's point. Hey, say it again, Abdulaziz. Hey, the meaning is not changing, ya ikhwan. We didn't change the meaning. We're changing the case of the word. Masjid, al-masjidu is the same as al-masjidah. Al-masjidu is the same as al-masjidi. Masjidun is the same as masjidan. Masjidan is the same as masjidin. The mosque. Masjidah, the mosque. Masjidi, the mosque. Masjidun, a mosque. Masjidan, a mosque. Masjidin, a mosque. We didn't change the meaning. We did nothing to the meaning. You think that, remember, not every change, you change the meaning. We're only changing, what's the point? Who's paying attention? The beginning. What did we change? The meaning is the same. We're not touching the meaning, ikhwan. As our sister says, we only change the ending of the word. The meaning is the same. If you say, for example, Allahu, Allah, the creator, the sustainer. Allah, the creator, the sustainer. Nothing to the meaning. Allahi, the creator, the sustainer. We're not touching the meaning. No. We're touching the case that the word is in. The ending of the word. Same word. So therefore, the meaning is the same. It's a good question, ikhwan. Remember the origin. Remember we tried to say, let's go step by step. The first step, if you get the first step, the other three, second and third, is going to be easy for you. If you don't understand the first, it's going to be hard. All right, let's go back. What was the first principle of tonight? We learned two principles so far. What was the first principle we asked you to write for homework? Good. The origin of nouns is marfu al-rafi' dhamma. Nothing affects it. It's the origin. If the dhamma becomes a fatha, something made that change. If the dhamma becomes a kasra, something made that change. The word is the same though. But the change talking about the case, the ending of the word. So if the origin is al-masjidu, Muhammadun, Allahu, the origin is that the noun ends in dhamma. That's the origin. You guys with me? Something has to happen in order al-masjidu. It's the origin. Nothing happens. Al-masjidu. Now let's affect it. Let's change this dhamma. Now this is going to be a little, I don't want to throw you off too much. Right, something has to affect this dhamma. Either a verb. Right, usually a verb. Right, bana. What does bana mean, ya ikhwan? A new word. Bana. Bana, to build. Bana Muhammadun Masjidan. Now it changes. Who built it? Put it together. Muhammad built the masjid. So the verb of bana falls on masjid. So a verb change that dhamma is really a dhamma. The word is really masjidun. When we added the verb, it becomes masjidan. So the ending changes. It's still a masjid. The meaning is not the change. We didn't change the meaning. It's always going to mean masjid. Nothing changed. Nothing changed. Further.
Since Bana has a factor, you have to make Masjid Dan into Fa'a due to like we did with we had the outline with the Dhamma on the end of the word, so those have to correspond.
Close. That's only the most and the sifa. You're close. Further, Sheikh. Hey. Hey, so the verb, now this is, we don't want to go too far. The verb is added now. Remember the origin. Al-aslu fil asma' al-rafi'. The origin in nouns is that they're going to end in a dhamma. Or what takes the place of dhamma? طيب. Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. Noun, 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 noun. All right, let's take the vowels away. All right. On this first noun, ismu. This is the origin. Ismu, Allahu, Ar-Rahmanu, Ar-Rahimu. What's my proof that that's the origin? That they are all? Allahu Akbar. Say it again, Elijah. Nouns. If you learn that principle, you got it, ya ikhwan. All nouns originally end in dhamma. The only time the dhamma changes, something happened to it. The origin is dhamma. If the dhamma is not there, so the origin is ismu Allahu Ar-Rahmanu Ar-Rahimu. That's the origin. But something happened in this ayah. Right? So the ba affects the ism. The origin is dhamma. The ba ghayyara al-dhammata ila al-kasra. So this ba changes the dhamma, making it a kasra. So you say Bismillah, Bismi. The dhamma was there. When you added the ba, the dhamma can't be there now. The ba makes the dhamma kasra. This word ism is the mudaf, Allah's mudaf ilayh. So it becomes kasra, not because of the ba, no, because of the ism. طيب. The origin is Ar-Rahmanu. طيب. But this is a sifa of Allah, so therefore it has to be kasra also. This is really dhamma, but it's a sifa of Allah also, so it becomes kasra. My point is what? Something changed the dhamma. The origin is dhamma. This is, if all you get tonight is this, memorize this. Al-aslu bil asma'i al-rafi'. The origin regarding nouns is that they are nominative. They are rafi'. They end in dhamma. That's it. If you see a fatha, if I say Allah, is that the origin? No. So what do I know? Allahu Akbar. Something that came before it changed that dhamma to a fatha. If I say Allahi, origin? Is it the origin? No. What do I know? Something came before it, changing that dhamma to a kasra. That's it. If you say Allahu, it remains in the origin. Dhamma is the origin regarding nouns. You guys with me? All right. Always makes an E sound. Always. If I say kasra, Allahi. You guys with me? All right, for homework, I want you to read 33. We'll take no writing tonight except for the two words that we learned and the one principle. How many principles we learned? One principle, two principles, and two words. And I want you to read 33 and read 34 3 times. We have two words for homework. What did we learn? Ar-rafi' and nasb. Oh, 3 words. So our homework should be this. Everyone should do this homework. 3 things. Maybe not. Inshallah. So, remember, ya ikhwan, this chapter is one of the most difficult ones. So let's try to pay more attention here. So we have 3 words. Our first word is al-rafi'. First word, al-rafi'. On the ra. Al-raf'u. Al-raf'u. Al-rafi' is the case that the word ends in dhamma. That's it. Our second word, an-nasbu. An-nasbu. If you got al-rafi', you got an-nasbu. An-nasbu is the case that the word ends in fatha. That's it. Our third word was the word that dhamma is on. And that is al-marfu'. Rafa' is in the word. Just add a meme. Al-marfu'. Al-marfu'. Marfu' is the word that's nominative. Al-rafi' is the nominative case. An-nasb is the accusative case. We didn't get to the word that has that accusative case. We'll save that for the next time. So we have 3 words, 10 times each, 30 words. Easy for you, alhamdulillah, inshallah. And 1 principle. The principle was al-aslu fil asma' al-rafi'. The origin regarding nouns is dhamma, or rafi' will be better. Each word we're going to write 10 times. Read it 3 times. Tonight's going to be the easiest homework we gave you so far. If fourth app doesn't do the homework, I got to talk to them, man. Yeah, amen. I need a new group. Except the sisters. Keep the sisters. Alhamdulillah, they're doing good. Maybe Elijah can stay. Maybe Ali. Maybe Abdullah. We'll see. Everyone else? I don't know yet. Huh? Sheikh Abdul Wahid, of course, can stay. That's our sheikh right there. We're going to have a list. That'd be nice. We have like overseas, they have like a group. A group, B group. The sheikh know you're going to do your homework. Okay, you can stay in A. He know you're just playing. You're not serious. Go to B. That's what we're going to do, an A and B group. Inshallah. Anything that anyone has anything to mention? Who doesn't understand? Any questions or concerns? Fadl ya Sheikh.
For your information, is it consensus that the Arabic language originated in Yemen? Yemenis?
What did it originate? That's a good question. The Sheikh is asking historically, Ikhwan, did the Arabic language originate in Yemen? Allahu A'lam. That's a good question. Allahu A'lam. Hey, it was taught in Arabic from Yemen. Well, there's narrations that say that Yemeni, the place of Yemen, had like the purest of the language, like that.
I heard it was that the origin of Damascus, Damascus is in Syria. I heard it was Syria.
The Syrian began the language? Of course. Remember, ya Ikhwan, historically, seeking knowledge was not only in Africa, was not only in Saudi, was not only in Yemen, was not only in India. No. Historically, it's many places, ya Ikhwan. The places that we criticize nowadays, if someone comes back from India studying hadith, us, the African American, us, we're going to throw him under the bus. Oh, you went to India? Oh. I can't take from innovator. May Allah help us. Most of us don't even know the word, ya Ikhwan, and that's our first word we throw out. But historically, where he learned from was a pinnacle of hadith at one point. The Sheikh Mubarak 40, rahimahullah, all those students he had, Indian. The big Sheikh in Mecca, Sheikh Wasil Abbas, our Sheikh, the big Sheikh, India, Holden, a Sheikh that we don't give no praise to. Any scholar you mention today, he's stronger than them in hadith. Still alive, Sheikh Wasil Abbas, the Sheikh who just passed away some nights ago, Sheikh Yahya al-Mudarris, rahimahullah, from the greatest scholars of hadith today. Many of us, it's like the scholar, we keep the ulama in a small bubble, 3 or 4 or 5. No, ya Ikhwan, that's our ignorance. The scholars you name, there's 100 like him, for example. Hey, Holden, ya Ikhwan, a muhaddith, that's the highest level you can get in hadith. And nobody knows about him in the West. We still on the same 3, 4. We love these 4 ulama, but they're more than these 4 or 5 ulama, ya Ikhwan. Don't be misguided. When the people say, no, only him and him and him. No, who told you that, ya akhi? Ask that sheikh. He's going to laugh at you, ya Ikhwan. There are many like him. Father, our beloved sister. Yeah, some of their dialect is different. But if you find one that has the original Arabic, ya Ikhwan, usually, if you learn the origin, he's going to be grounded in hadith. Likewise, Africa. We sleep on the African ulama. One of the greatest scholars who passed away some years ago, greatest memorizers of today. The big Sheikh, Sheikh Muhammad ibn Ali ibn Adam in Ethiopia, from close to Ethiopia, not from Ethiopia, but close, Ethiopia, close to it. This man wrote in one life, Allahu Akbar. In one life, guess what he explained? He explained Bukhari, 20-something volumes. He's not done. Allahu Akbar. In one life, he explained Muslim, 30-something volumes. In one Bukhari volumes that he wrote with his hand. Allahu Akbar. Muslim, 30-something volumes. In hand, he's not done. Nasa'i, 27 volumes. One man from Africa. Holden. We don't give the African scholars no credit yet. Holden. He's not done. After Nasa'i, he did also Ibn Majah. After Ibn Majah was 4 volumes. Smaller one. No. Tirmidhi after that, 4 volumes. And his Ibn Majah, I think, is 2 volumes. The only one I heard he didn't get to yet in writing is Abu Dawud. His Nasa'i is one of the best books of hadith explanation you're ever going to read. Shaykh Mukbul used to say, every student of knowledge has to read this book. The Shaykh was asked, Shaykh, why you don't busy yourself with getting ijazat and shahadat and degrees and the likes, like a lot of scholars? He said, that's not important to me. What's important to me, he said, this is my shahada yawm al-qiyamah, explaining the hadith of the Prophet of Allah. These great hadith in one life, he explained almost all of them. Holden, Yemen also. You tell someone I studied in Yemen. Oh, I can't take from you. No, if you knew the scholars that were there, you would be amazed, ya ikhwan. The young sheikh that's still there, our sheikh, Sheikh Muhammad ibn Hizam, memorized almost every hadith book out. Holden, Allah bless in memory. Holden, ya ikhwan. At any rate, the scholars are not just in this land or that land or this land. No, that's a misconception. There's many scholars in Africa. They may not be as famous. Their thought may not be as glittery, as white. Their imam is not as crisp. They don't care about that stuff. They care about the knowledge, ya ikhwan. The knowledge. Also in India, Holden, Africa. Holden, likewise, Sardinia, Holden. So that's our homework for tonight. Someone had their hand up in the back. The sister has some copies. I think some brothers. Anyone who hasn't yet, with shyness, no shyness, ya ikhwan, who is still working on their letters? We have some copies. The sisters have some copies that you can use. Yusuf got one? Anyone else? Only Yusuf? Still working on their letters. The sister has some copies of the letters. So anything we said that's correct is from Allah. Anything that we said is incorrect is from ourselves. And may Allah bless you all. Subhanaka Allahumma wa bihamdika. Ashhadu an la ilaha illa anta astaghfiruka wa atubu ilayk. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Barakallah. They must.